We are live.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of StoryHive On Location Vancouver with Beats, Eats, and more. We did not coordinate that properly.
I didn't know you were going to go,
No, you know what it was? It's that my tea was too hot and it took some time to go down, you know? Let's try that one more time.
Okay.
With Beats, Eats, and
more. Yes. I'm almost done my tea now.
My name is Kazi, your host. We are broadcasting live right now on the unceded ancestral lands of the Musqueam, the Tsleil-Waututh, and Squamish First Nations. This episode today has been powered by TELUS STORYHIVE, and I'm so excited to introduce our guest, this beautiful one, Kai, who's truly grown alongside Vancouver's live music scene. Kai is a Vancouver-based live event producer who graduated with a diploma in live sound engineering just as the industry reopened. Impeccable timing. Mm-hmm. Since then, she spent the past 6 years freelancing as a sound tech and stage manager, supporting local bands, DJs, festivals, and events across the city. She's worn many hats along the way. No hat today, though.
No.
From sound and stage management to stepping in year after year as props master for TED Talks. Mm-hmm. These days, she's deep in live event production as the event coordinator for Public Disco, helping bring some of the city's most loved dance floors to life. Kai's drive comes from her love for the people behind the scenes and her belief in the continued growth of Vancouver's music community. Please give a big, warm Beats, Eats, and More welcome to the incredible Kai.
It's a good... You can roll your R's really good.
Yeah, I mean, Filipino...
My sister can't.
You can't.
No, if you're watching this.
How about you?
Yeah, I can.
There you
but
go.
not like you do really well.
That's also like my cheer when at battles and dance events or a concert. It's like it's actually the easiest way to make a lot of noise without straining your vocals.
That's true. It's just all airflow.
Exactly. Kai, thank you for being a guest on today's show. We've been trying to make this happen.
It's been a long time coming. But
yeah, literally since like last season even, I think we were trying to get you on the show.
Yeah.
But
we both have very hectic lives, I think.
This is true.
Yep.
And timing is everything.
Yep.
And this is our time now.
Yep.
We are broadcasting as well from the Public Disco HQ office. We're also waiting for us to acquire this space. So, you know, we could have been in a really cramped room full of tote boxes downstairs.
Yep.
But instead, we're now in a nice office.
Yeah, I think originally I wanted to take you to a climbing gym as well because I thought that would be really fun. But then I looked back at the idea and I think it just would have been like, incredibly overstimulating. I would have not been able to answer any of your questions.
No, and we even had this concept of like,
what if we got on the wall?
Yeah. Like
the
camera
upstairs and it's like,
the camera shooting down from bird's eye view, and we're like climbing up.
I'm like, oh, so like, what's your joy in life, dude?
Meanwhile, struggle.
Yeah.
But I think it would have been kind of fun to have like, you know, because we're all strapped up, right? To have fallen. Like that would have made for the moment. But alas, here we are.
This is cozy.
This is cozy. We're having tea. We're having yummy pastries from Annabelle. Shout out to Annabelle.
Shout out Annabelle.
We tried a really yummy maple hickory bacon gochujang pastry. The Korean fusion is lit. And we have yet to try some more, and we will.
Yeah.
But I would love to chat some more with you first. Kai, we first met 2022.
Yes.
We both worked with Renaissance on Indie Fest. And at that time, you just graduated, I think.
Yeah, I think it was like a year from when I started graduating. It was my first ever production job, or like PA. That was like my first ever working with like systems, like Monday or like Slack. Like I've never used, and so it was a completely new experience, which helped that it was with you because you were like, yeah, I've done this before. Let's just work through this. Like let's download a bunch of PDFs together at this coffee shop, which I met. Now that I'm realizing, our cameraman when at the corner coffee shop outside of the Fox. Remember we were working?
Jam and Cameron? When Josh came to the...
I think you just like walked in. Sorry if I'm talking outside of the...
No.
I'm breaking the fourth wall.
It's all good. This is the fourth wall. We break it all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I think we were just working, and then Josh came in, because I think you might have been performing at one of the events.
You performed with Sophia.
Yeah.
As part of Indie Fest.
So that's also where I met Josh for the first time.
I love that.
All because of Indie Fest.
All full circle.
Yep.
I wanted to start with asking you what originally pulled you towards live sound engineering, and was there a moment or a show that flipped the switch that this was something you wanted to study and pursue?
I loved going to concerts. Oh my God, sorry, Twiggy.
Also, shout outs to Twiggy.
I loved going to concerts. I loved going to the Commodore and the Fox whenever like a really cool band was playing. And then I guess it took the pandemic happening and not being able to like have those third spaces and enjoy music in the way that I really loved, to kind of make me realize that I wanted to do it for a living. And I mean, I went to jazz school, which not a lot of people know, but I went to Kaplan U for a semester and pursued vocal jazz.
Okay.
But I know that I didn't want to I was like, I don't think I like enjoy performing as much as I enjoy just...
She has a voice.
Being around like live music. And so it took the pandemic for like closing all the concerts for me to realize like, wait, I think there's another option here that I'm not seeing. And so I went to Nimbus, which has now unfortunately closed down, but that's okay. And I went kind of towards the end of the pandemic. So like as soon as I graduated, all of the venues opened up, which was really sick. It was just such perfect timing. And I went to school for both studio and live engineering. And I realized that I really just loved live like so much. There's just a lot of imperfection in live, which I love more than studio. Shout out to all my studio engineers. Like I have so much admiration to be able to take so many takes and like really create like a perfect song and like mix it and master it. For me, I couldn't sit behind a desk listening to like a kick drum
over and over and over
like,
and over again.
Maybe this one's the one. And so live music, it's like as soon as the band plays, the faders are up. You have like one take to make it sound as good as you can. And that is just a little bit more exciting than I would say studio. And so after, you know, the venues opened up, I really just kind of hit the ground running and was like, let's get me in there. And my first gig was at the Blarney Stone, and I was like so nervous. But the band was like pretty good, I guess. But after their first song, they like gave me a thumbs up because I was like, where do you mix on the Blarney Stone? It's like on the second level. And they kind of gave me a thumbs up, and I was like, holy shit. I mean, holy shoot, this is like so cool. Like, oh my God, like this is, and it, like the feeling was electrifying. And from then on, I was like, okay, this is what I want to do. Like, I have to do this for the rest of my life. As long as my ears are okay, I'm going to do this. And that was, I think that was my moment. The little thumbs up validation. Yeah.
All it took was that.
They were like, and I was like, me? Okay.
I love that. I also remember that when we first met, you were also saying like, at the time in the industry, the people who are behind the board like that at events are like older white dudes. Yeah. You know, and that as musicians or performers, it's just so frustrating to have to deal with people who don't really have the best personable skills or can make you feel. I remember you sharing with me like some people had made people feel dumb or whatever for not knowing certain things, or it felt like a condescending tone sometimes from a lot of these people who would be the live sound techs, and that you wanted to be a friendly face, female representation, BIPOC representation, you know, and I thought that was so admirable and cool, and also like facts. Yeah. Like in my work of producing events where there is, and I am working with different sound techs, usually that is
the demographic.
Yeah. That's the archetype, and it can be really frustrating. And so it was cool to have another person who, like, I mean, we're of the same culture. Yeah. And we're also both females in the scene. So I was like, yes, we need more of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah, well, in my class, I was like the only woman and person of color.
Out of how many?
Well, there was 3 in the live program, because this is over the pandemic, so all the classes were small. But then in my overall cohort? How you pronounce it?
Yeah.
I think I was definitely the only like Filipino person for sure. And I was like maybe one of 4 women that graduated. And then of the people that graduated that went into the industry, I think I'm the only POC woman still working. I think. That might be wrong. I don't know where everyone's at right now, but from what I can tell, I think I'm the only one from my cohort that like went into live and is of me presenting.
Yeah.
I think I agree with the stereotype of sound techs being like super grumpy old guys.
Yeah.
I think there's like,
with all their like tech jargon that you're like, I don't understand what you're saying, bro.
I feel for them because I learned the trade and I understand why they're upset. I mean, they work, they're the first ones, we're the first ones there and the last ones out. You probably had a gig the night before and got maybe like 4 hours of sleep. Or like slept in. You probably didn't eat the entire day because there's just so many things you have to take care of that it's hard to take care of yourself. And sometimes when you bring in like, we have all this like knowledge of how to make everything sound as best that it can be, coupled with an artist that maybe has a big ego that like they try to undermine you because this is what they want, but then you know that this is what's best for the audience.
Yes.
So there's like a lot of fighting egos. So I understand why they're grumpy, but there still is room to explain in a really kind way or with grace, or just like, I think for me it's building relationship with artists, being like, I need you to like trust me a little bit because I'm going to do the best that I can to make you sound really good. So I need you to just maybe back off a little bit and like let me take over. Like I swear, like I promise you it's loud. I promise you can hear the guitar.
Yeah.
I promise your vocals are coming through. It might just sound a little different right now. And like we need to work together because like it's a team effort. So I understand the grumpiness, but also, as you said, I'm trying to like be a little more friendly about it and not as like grouchy and like I'm right all the time and like because I know how to read I know how to EQ things that you don't know. Yeah.
Honestly, if I was a performing artist and I had someone like you say exactly what you just said, I'd be like, yes, okay.
Like majority of the artists are very, very nice. Some of them have really big egos. Some of them I think look at me and they're like, she doesn't know what she's doing. And then that's when I can get, like, I'll come up to your level and I will turn your vocals all the way down so no one can hear you. See, that's the thing. It's like, don't mess with me. I have all control over everything. I can make you sound terrible. And I'll still get paid for it. But I choose not to because I want to make you sound good and I want the audience to feel really good.
That right there.
Yeah.
Know who secretly holds the power.
I do.
What's something people don't realize about studying sound engineering until they're actually in it?
That's a really good question. I think it's going to sound really dumb, but you have to use your ears. And I say this because a lot of the DAWs or digital audio workplaces and a lot of the boards that you work with, everything is metered. So you can kind of like visually see when something, like when you were talking about the gain and you were telling Josh, oh, it's yellow. Like yellow meaning it's about to go red. Like you really use your eyes and then you get dependent on it when you're in school because everything is visual. Like you're reading meters, you're seeing like EQs where like there's colors, there's an RTA, there's like things that will look like something is wrong, something's too loud, something's too quiet, something is too bassy. And then so you kind of forget to just use your ears. And when you're in school and you're just like, you know, bombarded with all this tech, like it's so visually alluring, but you forget to use your ears. And when you're out of school and you're not using the equipment that you're used to using, that's when you're like, okay, yeah, I have to like actually use my ears. And it's a little bit difficult because I've been so dependent on some things. And so I would say when you're going to school, as dumb as it sounds, you really have to use your ears first, then your eyes.
practical advice.
Yes.
And wise, and also
Thank you.
that makes so much sense.
Yes.
I don't think that sounds silly or stupid at all. I think that makes full sense.
Yeah.
You know, and I think about like those who are learning to DJ right now.
Yep.
And that's the complaint of the OG DJs with the younger gen DJs.
Yep.
It's like people are now relying on the auto sync or like DJing with their eyes versus their ears. And that sometimes it's like what if the visual cues were off and not working properly?
Yep.
Then what are you leaning on, you know?
Just buttons and no ears.
What skill from sound school do you find yourself using the most now, even outside of the sound booth?
That's a really good question. I think I use my ability to put out fires more than anything because thank you. When we were learning live, our teacher was like, instead of teaching us first how to like mix really well, he was like, I'm going to teach you how to solve problems because again, in live versus studio, you can like perfect something. If something goes wrong or gets unplugged, you plug it back in and then you can retake the song or retake the track. With live, it's like, again, it's all in one go. So we have to learn how to find where the problem is and then like how to fix it the fastest or like the path of least resistance. Like what will put out this fire without too many steps in between because we got to get the guitar back to sounding good. And I think I took that skill of like immediately trying to think of problem areas before even going into an event. So that anticipating the multiple fires I will have to put out on the day of the event or on the day of during the band or during their set, which I think really carries over well to like what we do, anticipating problem areas in producing events. Like, is there going to be enough bathrooms? Will people have enough space to walk around the site? Do we have enough water bottles? And then also just in regular life, like, should I pack an extra pair of socks when I go on this trip? I wonder, or like, this shoe is more durable for walking, but this one looks cuter. I wonder which problem I will face when I travel or when I do things. Even moving. I just moved recently, and I was like, how many boxes will I need to fit all of my stuff?
This is such a funny part of like a producer brain.
Yeah.
You know, it's especially now that like I have a designer. I mean, I've always had a designer brain, but now that I've finished school, I've really got a designer brain. Yeah. So the design and produce combo of like, how do I plan this out and design this in a way that is going to give me the most optimal experience and exactly this, anticipate any potential glitches, problems, etc. You know, it's a lot. And honestly, I feel for people who don't have this kind of brain. Like, yeah. Sometimes I feel like maybe it's a little, I anticipate too much and then now I'm only thinking of like the problems and the negatives and it takes you out of that space. But I think I've worked enough now where it's like the problems aren't necessarily negative. They're just like, how do I anticipate the best outcome? Yes. Yeah. That's good. That's a good reframe of that as well. Yeah. But I also feel like once we've set up all the things, then it's like maximum enjoyment time. Actually though. And you're like, I felt that way after we did the public disco at Granville Island because it was a 2-dayer. Yeah, you know, and we got to set up, and then we were like, everything's set. Yeah, we're good. We're chill. You know, and we get to tear down on the Monday. Like it's like
we have overnight security, so we don't have to put anything away, so everything is fine.
Bless. It's so good. Yeah. How did you first start getting into gigs in the events world, and what was your way in?
I mean, my way in was mixing bands and having a good time and really meeting all the artists and the event producers. So I would say I credit a lot of my career to probably Kenya from Music BC because shout out Kenya. Because I did a lot of mixing for Music BC when I first started.
Like for their events that they produce?
So I did like Let's Hear It Live. And anytime they like coupled with other, like they did VIF for a few years where they pick artists and then they like during the festival we go to Ironworks and then they like perform a couple songs in front of a panel of like producers and like movie people and like and then they give feedback. And so that was like one of my favorite jobs and the first jobs that I kind of had with Music BC. And then that kind of catapulted me in because once I feel like once you know one person in the industry,
that you do good
and that you work really hard and you take every gig that you can in the beginning, it just kind of catapults you into meeting so many awesome people, which I met an insane amount of great artists, great event producers, great other sound technicians who also just got me more jobs because they were like, you know what, I like your moxie. You're coming with me to this venue and you can mix for a little bit. And then venue-wise, I never really had a home venue. I kind of just bounced around. And so I really, again, credit a lot of my career to like all the outdoor festivals or like all of the summer stuff because that was just, it's a lot of work, but that is what kind of got me into event producing, seeing like an event come from nothing, like a parking lot, and then it just becomes
fully transformed.
And mixing outside is also really nice. And venues are great, but yeah, I like outdoor stuff. And yeah, that's kind of music. Shout out Kenya.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I've also been after you, wanting you on this show as well. Do you have a memory of a time where it was a seriously big situation that nobody knew was happening behind the scenes and that you were able to troubleshoot it and fix it?
It's like every show I've done.
Whether it was like, you know, in the event coordinating world or also live sound world, either or. And that you feel proud of coming out the other side, you know, where you're like, I saved that.
Okay. Event production wise, it would have been at, I think I'm allowed to talk, TED Talk.
Yeah.
Because I am a stagehand and I do like props master, which I just found out that that's the word to describe what I do.
Which is what? I wanted to ask you about. Yeah, I wanted to ask you about
basically,
what that was.
they give me props that they need to use in their speech or in their talk, and I make them look really nice. And then I tell people where to put it on stage and then mark where it is on stage. And then I just am responsible that nothing bad happens to the prop. So I'm like eyes on prop.
Yeah.
And I like dust it and I clean it. I like, cause like we do rehearsals, right? So sometimes it's like a day between from rehearsals to the talk. And I'm like just eyes on prop, making it look really nice, which is sometimes just putting like, big stretch. Which is sometimes putting like black fabric or black gaff to just make it look really clean. And then I just take care of that prop until they use it. And then when they're done, I like take it apart.
Like example prop.
Okay. One talk last year was with a tech company and they were showing a robot.
Oh.
And so I had to, and then the robot interacts with like different pieces of furniture and is like supposed to like mop and stuff and like vacuum and like water a plant. And so all of the props or the entire set, I was responsible for making look nice and then like how to get it on and like you direct people or like we as the back of house team, we kind of work together to get things on the stage. And so it was like a bookshelf, a couch, fake plants, which we love fake plants.
Yeah.
The broom, the vacuum, the watering can, and so we get it on stage and it's like in one go, we're all like working in secret, like we're all wearing black and the lights are down, so we like wheel it out. A lot of these are on casters, so we wheel it out and we place it down, and on the floor you'll see like my little spike marks on like called spike tape, and it just shows where everything is supposed to be placed, and it's usually the color of the floor, so no one really sees it unless you're like really close to it.
Right.
And then we like run back, and then the curtain closes, and then there's a whole couch. And then, in between the rehearsal and the talk, I'm just like dusting the bookshelf. I'm like taping down all the fake plants and pots on the bookshelf so that they don't fall when we wheel it out, which is a lot of what we kind of do at Public Disco. So it's like
this behind the scenes magic, though.
Yeah, so I guess that's one, like when when the talk is happening and then like the camera pans and then it pans back and there's an entire living room set, I'm like, I did that.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, TED, which a lot of people don't know.
They don't know that it's filmed here.
Yeah, the official TED Talks is hosted in Vancouver every year at the Vancouver Convention Center. Yep. It's huge. It happens every year in April. I also had worked once, and they invite me back every year, but every year I've been away. But the one year that I did, I was amazed. It is a whole machine.
It's crazy.
You know, and everyone has their part in it.
Yeah.
I was like an event assistant. So I was just coordinating a very small sliver. But like I had come across a lot of people, whether they were an usher or like your role, which I had never heard of. And I was like, okay, these are all the little things that come together to make this thing happen.
And it's a huge production. And so I would say not necessarily where I save the day, but a lot of what I do at TED, when it looks really nice and there's like a really important person giving their talk, and I'm like watching these TED Talks back, or I'm hearing the audience clap, or everyone goes, wow, you know, at the moment where like the lights come on and the stage looks really good. I'm like, yeah, I did that. I did that. Also, I'm in charge of vacuuming the TED rug every morning. I do that. That's my one role.
Yes.
I vacuum the TED rug.
It's essentially blessing the space before the great speakers come. It's a huge responsibility.
Yeah.
What did working festivals teach you that smaller shows couldn't?
I guess just teamwork really does make the dream work. With festivals, there are, like TED, so many working parts. With small events and like DIY events, like a lot of it's on you to do, or like the artist to do, and you're just kind of scrapping by to put on like a really small and a really like lovely show. With festivals, everyone has a role, and your job is just to be that role, and you don't really have to take on that much because you know that someone else is on it, or you know you got your buddy that's helping you as well. And that has taught me to not take on so much because I can just let someone else do it, or like I know that someone also is just like maybe getting paid as well for festivals. Like the work that you are doing is being compensated. So there is like, I have to just do my role and not anymore because that's what I'm getting paid for. Not to say that money isn't like everything, but it does make a big difference in doing something for free or just like wanting to put on something amazing and you're doing more than you should versus like getting compensated and only doing the role that you're meant to do.
Yeah, and learning how to work with others, I would say, too.
Yep, teamwork makes the dream work, and your team is almost always amazing.
Yeah.
And lovely and friendly, and everyone does their job well. I think there's just like a collective mind that like this has to be amazing, and then it almost always is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's fun. It's fun to work with a team and work with people who are equally as invested as you.
Yes.
Getting to work with organizations like Vines and Public Disco, what's that shown you about the local creative community that we're part of and the power of having spaces to express and gather?
Wow. That's a great. All these questions are awesome.
Thank you.
Specifically for this one, though, I would say that it has shown me that Vancouver is such an underrated space for artists and gathering and creative minds in general. Like, we have such a bad rep that it's like, oh, it's no fun Vancouver, or it's like,
who even says that anymore?
Dude, I've seen TikToks where it's like, oh yeah, back in the city with no fun Vancouver, and I have gone in the comments of someone's videos once because I was like, no, Vancouver's fun. You're just not, well, we're not really well funded. And that's on government to stop cutting our funding to put on really amazing things. And so a lot of these projects are from like nonprofits or people that like maybe don't have the most money, but are trying to support local art and trying to support all these amazing events. And everyone who I've seen participated, they are like the most talented people I've ever met, the most humble people I've ever met. And they don't have this like place to really show how awesome they are because there's just lack thereof spaces now.
Yeah.
And so it's shown me that everyone is kind of struggling, but it's kind of beautiful that the way that we're all struggling. But yeah, no, it's shown me that we just have so much talent, and it's kind of criminal how underrated we are in terms of like the underground scene, the dance scene, the DJ scene, musicians in general, dance scene in general as well. We just need more. Yeah, what it's shown me is that we need more money, and the government needs to fund more creative programs so that we can share how awesome we all are.
It's true.
Yep.
With the things that we do have, like public disco, like Vines, like Renaissance, what do you feel or what have you seen as the impact?
I would say community again. Every event or like collective or society that I've worked for, it has like such amazing pockets of people that all kind of are in one Venn diagram. Like people from like public disco, I've the go-go dancers also perform at Vines. People from Vines I've seen dance at a public disco event. Even like in the rock climb or like the climbing community that I'm in, like I'll see people that are up in Squamish climbing, and then the next day they're at one of my events and they're just like dancing. I'm like, whoa, I've never seen you in this space before. And so
this cross-pollination.
Yeah, this cross-pollination. Like like our city is so small too, which is really nice because it just means you see more people often at all of these awesome events, because again, not a lot of events are being put on. So when there is one, it's really awesome because everyone goes it. Yeah.
Of all the hats you wear right now, which one is your current favorite, and what does it give you that others don't?
I think I love all of my hats. They all hold such a really great place in my heart. I think.
Okay, well then tell us which hat you like for what reasons.
Okay, well I love my live engineering hat because that's just my OG. She's been there since day one. We've been through thick and we did a lot of growth together. We did a lot of growing as a person and as like an engineer. That's like my brainy hat too.
What does it look like? What kind of hat is that one now? We're going deep in the metaphor.
That one is, it's a typical tiny van black toque. Oh. Like the one that Josh is wearing.
Nice.
It's folded up, it's real small. It only covers like maybe a little bit, just enough to hide the bangs.
Yeah, a little
nice
cap.
Little black toque. And
beanie for anyone who doesn't know that.
Who isn't Canadian. And then there's my stage manager hat, which I picture as like, oh gosh, it has to be something pompous, like something like a top hat or like something that like shows
that hat.
Maybe, yeah, something that I'm like kind of in charge and that I have the say. That one I think has taught me how to just talk to people and be really like caring and understanding, because I'm usually like the last person that an artist talks to before they're on stage, and then that's it, right? So I'm like, I see a lot of artists like their nerves or like their, the moment before they're about to perform, and that's really special to me. And I just see a lot of like that's like my empathy hat. I'm like, I'm gonna be really understanding. Like, you got this. Like I'm the first person that they see when they come off stage, and I'm usually like, that was sick, good job, you killed that. And so yeah, that's that hat, which I love.
I see the top hat. I see it.
Yeah, or maybe it's I don't know. Yeah,
or maybe it's a what? Go.
I don't. Top hat now just seems a little too like bourgeoisie. Like I want it to be like,
it's the empathy hat.
Maybe it's like I
don't know. I could see you in a
like
bowler
a bucket
hat. Oh, what were you gonna
say? A bucket hat?
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm in the sun. Maybe. I don't know. That's that hat.
Next hat.
And then there's like my event producer and coordinator hat, and that is like, I don't know. That's like it feels like it's a headset, like something like a Bluetooth mic where I'm always like talking into the mic, or it could be like just a regular baseball cap. I'm ready to work. That cap is the current cap that I wear right now, I think, and it has made me just a more well-rounded person, I think. I also think it makes me more organized and more like sometimes I'm in my own little world a little too much, and then it just takes me out of it, and then it's more macro than micro. And then, I mean, I have like small little hats. Like occasionally I'll do lighting. Maybe I'll work a camera. I don't really know. Those are like tiny hats that you just like kind of clip on and you throw away.
It's a hair clip.
It's like a little hair clip. Like I could do it. I don't really like to do it, but like I could do lighting if I had to.
Yeah. Are there any hats you want to wear like that you haven't yet?
I do want to one day get more into film. Because I feel like I've done the audio side. Now I need to kind of maybe focus on the visual. So maybe film would be really cool. I think I would also like to wear a... I know I said this before where I didn't like performing, but I think the only hat that I haven't worn is a performing hat. Or like is me performing as an artist. And that could come in the future. But right now, I'm like really happy with the hats. But that is a hat that I've not worn that I could wear because I could do.
Yes.
And that one is
just
like
not maybe your season yet.
It's just not maybe my season yet. A DJ hat would be sick as well. Like that's also like within performing and being an artist. Like it's crazy that I'm not a DJ because I work with so many DJs and I produce DJ events and I would love to DJ. Elsa might teach me one day. Elsa, if you're watching this, shout out. But yeah, maybe a DJ hat one day. That I picture as just a party hat. Just lights up and shoots fireworks or something like that.
That's the one we're waiting for, Kai. I love that.
Pew, pew, pew.
I've also had and received that comment. I'm like, I've worked with DJs for years and years and years.
Yeah.
And I understand the mechanics of doing it.
Yeah. Like, I appreciate it so much, too, and admire them so much. And so people would be like, oh, so you don't DJ? I'm like, no.
Yeah. It's
I
not
don't
my
know
season
why.
yet. It's fine.
not my season. I think if we do, we should go back to back. We should do B2B one day.
I agree. If the world ever shut down like that again, then that would probably be where I actually put my energy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Looking back at your younger self, does the path you're on now feel inevitable in any way, or did this all surprise you?
I think 12-year-old me would be shocked.
Really?
Shocked and appalled at like how she would have never thought that this is where I'd be. I talk a lot, or like when I'm with my friends and we go to like festivals or we're like hanging out and we're just kind of in this like environment where like, wow, like look at this place and look at this, like listen to this music. I always ask them like, hey, would your younger self be really like surprised if they saw you right now in this moment? And some of them are like, yeah, no, they like, I feel like this is the trajectory that I was on. But for me, I'm like, this is nowhere. I wanted to be a social worker.
Okay.
I
at
also
12.
Work as like a counselor. And then later on I found out that, it's called like social working, or like you have to go into like psychology.
Yes.
And so I thought that I was going to do some sort of like counseling or be a doctor or like work in like caring for people. Or like a nurse, which, Filipino stereotype, but who knows? And so, I had no idea. I did not know what I wanted to do as soon as I graduated high school. And it's crazy that this is what it is. I mean, maybe some part of me, the music side of me that like loved playing guitar and piano and like singing, like had an inkling that it would be music related. But I didn't know this job existed when I was 12. And so it's crazy that I'm doing it now.
Or like when you look back at the skills and things that, or like your tendencies or habits or inclinations when you're younger, were you like kind of producery when you were younger?
Well, actually, now that I think about it, as many Filipino families do, they have like huge weddings and like the booze.
Yeah.
And
18-year-old
birthday
for Filipino women.
And I mean, if you were a young Filipino child with music talent, they would always make you perform or do something. And I have very vivid memories of like every wedding, me and my sibling would have to sing something. And there were moments where they're playing a guitar and I would like hold a mic to their guitar, and there's one video of me like holding a mic to a guitar and like miking it up. And I remember watching it like a few years ago. It was like an old family video, and I was like, so maybe I have been doing this my entire life. So there is that moment of like, I guess, performing for family and like helping out planning debuts and birthdays and weddings was always kind of in my life. And I guess, yeah, I did enjoy it. So yes, I would say there maybe now, in retrospect, is some little tinkering or like little flutterings of this.
Isn't that so interesting?
Yeah.
Like, I even for me thinking about that, when I was 12 or 13, I wanted to be a hairstylist. I was braiding hair. I was like styling hair whenever people had their grade 7 graduation. I had the curling iron, I had the crimper. This was the era of the crimper too. And I would have so much fun doing hair. And then I just felt over time that I didn't want to just be in one place doing one thing necessarily. I think there was so many creative things I wanted to explore.
Yeah.
But I lucked out with one of my best friends becoming a hairstylist. And so that's why I changed my hair like 4 times in a year.
Yeah. I've seen it go through,
You know?
like 6 variations in the span of knowing you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But what's crazy is when I was in grade 7, I was the master of ceremonies for my grade 7 grad.
Okay. Oh,
And,
okay.
and I got asked to do that, and like then in high school, you know, for becoming the valedictorian, it wasn't that you had the highest grades. You had to make a speech.
Oh, that's nice.
And then your class voted for who they wanted to represent them to make the valedictory address. And so when I look back on those little moments now of public speaking, essentially, like now I see where I am and I'm like, okay, this makes sense that this kind of, and that like, if we talk about my 4-year-old self, where my parents were like, you would strike up conversations with the bus driver. We made new friends on the bus because
thanks to you.
Yeah, because you would talk to these adults, you would talk to people, and then we'd end up chatting with them. And I was like, that is adorable. So yeah, shout out to my younger self that just didn't know how to shut up.
You like the yap. Yapping is, you can make money out of yapping now.
This is what's happening right now as we speak.
I'm just yapping. And
what do you dream of creating next?
Oof. Oh, I've said this many times in the past like year, but I know it'd be so much work, but I one day want to have a venue that I own and I run.
Yes, with impeccable sound.
With impeccable sound.
This is the dream.
With an amazing staff. Maybe all women. That would be kind of sick. I'd have to find a lot of women, but it would be really cool if it was just an all-women run venue. I would love for it to be, you know, accessible for low-income artists. So if you want to play, you don't have to pay an criminal like venue fee to do it. Oh, you smell the croissants. Dog friendly, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah.
Although I don't think that'd be great. Like I feel, I don't think you would like the loud noise. But maybe we do like a low stim event once a month. We do dog nights, and it's dogs. Bring your dog, and you bring your dog, and you listen to a sound bath. I don't know. But yeah, the dream is to own a venue one day, and do sick DJ nights, and it's like a really safe venue, and it's like a sustainable venue, and it's also maybe subsidized studio spaces for people that just want to create. And it wouldn't be a ridiculous cover fee. Like you're not paying $40 to get in.
Ludicrous.
Which is, do you remember when Celebs was like free for Real Love?
Oh my gosh, no.
Celebs used to be free for Real Love, and now it's like $40. I don't know how much it is now. Or like some venues used to just be like an $18 $12 cover fee. Now you just pay like $40 to get in. But yeah, my venue, pay what you can maybe. Or if you like can pay a lot, then like maybe pay more.
Yeah.
Like
if you make more, spend
more.
Yeah.
If you don't make enough and you experience price as a barrier, then absolutely pay what you can. Like I just want people to enjoy. I want to have a space. Also, just because with throwing events, I'm like, okay, where can I have this? Like, wouldn't it be sick? Wouldn't it be sick one day to just have like my own space where I can throw parties for my friends and they all have a really good time, and then other people can throw parties at my space, and then we all have a good time. That is the dream. That would be the dream. But it's so much work. It's so much work, and Vancouver is like so expensive, and I need to make way more money in order to do that. But that is the dream. And I don't know what I would call it yet. I lose sleep at night thinking about, like, what do I call my venue? And it has to be really sick, and it has to sound really cool, and it has to roll off the tongue really well. But yeah, that is a dream. That's a dream.
And now we have it. And one day we might look back on this and be like, you called it.
Yeah.
You know?
I've had a couple, like, nights out with just my friends and being like, I'm going to own a venue one day. And, like, I speak it out into the universe. This year has been the first year where I was like, you know, maybe this is actually kind of gettable. It's just a lot of work.
I think the things that are worth it the most in life do require
so much work.
So much work.
Yeah.
You know, but at the end of the day, like exactly what you just said is what makes it all worth it. You know? Yeah. And being able to like amplify creatives, artists, and to feel seen, heard, you know, it's what makes these things special. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm going into my rapid fire fun questions for you now. Hooray. We don't have to go super rapid fire.
No, let's go as fast as we can.
No, let's go slower because we still have time.
Never mind.
We got Jay Squeezy on the show.
Oh, snap.
Jay Squeezy.
What's up, Jay Squeezy, a.k.a. Jamal, a.k.a. one of our cam operators on the live stream. Yeah. He's in Calgary right now, actually.
Oh, what up?
And about to go to Mexico.
Jamal, I live close to you now. I live on the drive. We can carpool. We can carpool now.
It's exciting to carpool.
We can carpool, Jamal. Would you like that? Would you like to carpool?
You guys both need shirts that say carpool with arrows pointing at each other.
Yeah, like, I drove here with this guy.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Club sound system or outdoor festival rig?
Outdoor festival rig. Yep. Yeah. You can make so much more noise because it's just, there's no walls and there's no refractions because sound likes to bounce off walls. So there's more things that you need to do and to tune it, to like tune the system. With outdoors, there's like some variables, but it's definitely less than it would be indoors.
You heard it here. Doors open or last call?
Gosh, doors open or last call? Ooh. I'm going to say last call because that means I get to go home.
Walkie-talkie or group chat?
Okay, if I'm at a huge site, it's walkie-talkie because I just need to, if you need a quick little bzz and then I'll bizz you. If it's just like a smaller site, then it's group chat because I hate wearing walkie-talkies.
It's annoying.
It's really annoying, but they're so necessary sometimes. But yeah, I would say it depends.
Do you have a walkie-talkie code name that you'd prefer everyone called you?
No, it's go for Kai. Yeah, it's always like Kai for Kazi or like Kazi for Kai. I'm like, go for Kai. Although sometimes my name sounds like the word hi or it sounds like something else, and so people don't hear it right away. It is one syllable, and it's hard to detect sometimes. Like Kazi is like 2 syllables and very distinctive to your name. Mine sounds like hi, my, dry, bye.
Unless there's somebody else on the team with any of those names or words.
Yeah, when they're like saying something though. Sometimes I'm like, what? I'm like, yeah. Anyway.
Most underrated role at an event?
Yeah, I'm biased. It's going to be the sound engineer. It's got to be them. They like, everyone's like, whoa to the DJ and whoa to the band. But we're the ones that make it sound good. And so I'm so biased. That is such a biased answer. But yeah, we're underrated. I think people should tip their sound engineers. I've been saying this for years. There should be a job. I've tipped a sound engineer once before because I really love their mix. I came up to them with $20 at the Commodore. I was like, you had the best sounding toms I've ever heard in my entire life.
What are toms?
Drums.
Oh, okay.
So you know how there's like the snare drum that makes the toms are like the bongy ones?
Yeah.
And the drummer was doing these insane fills and the toms were cavernous and they sounded so good. And I went up to them with $20. I'm like, hey, I'm a sound engineer and I just sit with them a lot of the time. If you go up to them and you tell them that you're a sound engineer and you go like, hey, can I listen to your mix? They just let you in the booth. But I went up to them with $20. I'm like, this is the best mix I've ever heard in my life. Here's $20. They're like, no, don't pay me. I'm like, no, you need to be tipped for this, my man. This is incredible. This is like, the room is electrifying. You deserve this $20.
Yes. And so, no one even knows it's you.
And no one knows it's you. Like the band, yeah, the artist is like, yeah, their vocals sound great, but they sound great because of us, also because they're talented. But like, tip your sound engineers. Give them $5. You can tip your bartenders. Yeah, they're working hard, but I bet you the sound engineer is working 10 times harder. Tip them.
Trained their ears.
They train their ears. They suffer. They don't eat during their events because there's just no time to. Give them $5. Buy them a coffee. Buy them a Red Bull at the bar. Tip your sound engineers.
And if not $5, go and get them the snack and bring it over.
Go and give them food. They would love nothing, or a cigarette or something. Like they need something. Like they need something to get them by. But I think tip your sound engineers. They deserve it. They're probably not getting paid that well as either. It depends.
I love that, Kai.
Yeah.
We're creating a new culture here where the sound engineer is the one. We just light them up now, like the way that DJs never used to be the spotlight. Yeah. Like, what if we
light
just
me up? I want to wear costumes. I don't want to wear all black. I want to wear fun clothes.
You're just like tweaking this, tweaking this.
And your lighting technician, because lighting technicians also work really hard. Tip them both. You have if you got to the concert, you have like $5 that you can give to them. Don't spend it on coat check. Go leave your coats at the sound booth. Tell them, here's $5. Can you please watch my coat? Also tip them because they're amazing.
The sound techs are gonna be like, why do I have so many
coats
here?
Why do I have 70 coats back here? What the heck?
Oh my gosh. Favorite public disco location so far?
I mean, they're all very different and they're all very awesome. But I think the art gallery was sick. The art gallery was amazing and it was so new. We've done things in the past for VMF there, but this was definitely like a very new thing for public disco. And I think the chandelier that you made was amazing. That's been my favorite location this summer. Everything just looks so good.
And the Disco Lions. I just
Disco Lions. Actually, no, I think it's Pride. I think it's Pride because it's so unique.
Of the block party where we had a big parking lot. Yeah. We had like a warehousey kind of overhang space and then an alleyway and the street. Like all of that was blocked off this past summer. Yep. For Pride.
And the bunting, man. You killed the bunting. Yeah. I like look every time I'm like.
It needed a fan.
Using. It needs. Yeah. We'll talk. We'll talk. Next one, year three. Maybe there's a fan, but no. Pride is an amazing location. We can do so much with it. It always looks incredible. I think everyone has the best time there. We also have the mural that's painted in the alleyway, which I think is really special as well. So I would say Pride and art gallery.
Good answer.
Yeah.
You could have two. Day party or after dark?
After dark, always.
Ooh.
I don't like seeing things. I need things to be lit up and dark and grungy and like raw. And if it's in the daylight, it just feels so wrong. It feels like it's fun to dance in the daylight, but it just feels right when it's like darkly lit and the stars are out and there's lighting and everyone, like you can barely see the person in front of you, but you know that they're there. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Less is more or more is more?
More is more always. More is more always. You always need more than you think. Yeah. So you have to bring everything. And this includes cables, microphones, bunting, lights, fake plants, toilet paper, water bottles, Red Bull. Yeah. What else? Bins. You always need more bins. You think, you can festoon lights. You always need more festoon lights than you need. Chairs, seating. More is always more. Less is never more. More is always more. Yeah.
I love the enthusiasm. Go to post setup or tear down snacks, foods, meal.
Well, I'd never eat when I'm setting up, unfortunately.
That's why it's post, like as in after.
After.
Yeah, when the job is done.
When the job is done. Like post tear down or post setup. I see.
How do you nourish yourself? What do you choose? What's your go-to meal?
What's my go-to? It's always Vietnamese food. It is always Vietnamese food. I always crave Vietnamese food every day of my life. And
what's your go-to dish within Viet food?
Pho Thai Bien, which is just the raw beef. Yeah. But also, I like the vermicelli, and I like the cam ga, which is the rice, the lemongrass chicken on rice. And I mean Filipino food, but I don't like going out for Filipino food. I have to make Filipino food because it feels like more gratifying if I make Filipino food.
Agreed.
But then that means I have to cook. and I'm tired because I just finished setting up or tearing down. So it's going to be Vietnamese food.
I love it.
Yep.
Fave neighborhood in Van City.
Strathcona. I love Strathcona, and not many people know or know of it or like spend time in it. It's like right before you kind of get into the downtown east side, also kind of before you get into Chinatown. And there's a lot of breweries that I like there, a lot of parks. It's
cute cafes.
Really cute cafes. One of my favorite films was filmed there, Juno.
Oh, really? I never knew it was filmed there.
It's filmed in Vancouver and Strathcona.
I'm going to rewatch that movie now.
At
with
Eric Hamber,
new
the
eyes.
high school is the...
Okay.
Yeah.
But Eric Hamber is on the west side.
Yeah, but then like the area that...
okay.
Well, I guess it was filmed in 2 locations. Eric Hamber, and then the park and the track is like... Yeah.
Okay.
Strathcona.
I'm going to re-look that up.
Yeah.
Best hiking spot 30 minutes from the city.
Oof. Hiking spot. I don't love hiking. I love rock climbing, and in order to do so, I have to hike to get to where I rock climb. 30 minutes out of the city... There's actually a lot you can go to. Well, there's Deep Cove in North Van.
But your favorite?
Is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Because it's really dog friendly and you can bring your puppies. And oh my goodness, I'm getting distracted. Deep Cove, it's dog friendly and it's like off leash. And it's like a 45-minute hike. And it's a nice view.
Yeah.
But if I like really want to hike, it's just, I go up to Squamish.
Hey. It's okay.
It's not okay.
Already protective of this place. Okay. One Vancouver artist or DJ more people should know.
Oh my gosh, I'm just gonna start plugging everyone. More people should know. Oh, I gotta plug dude, my homie, DJ Bob.
Hey! Twiggy.
No.
Twiggy, come.
Twiggy.
Come here.
Wants to
Come here.
shout out.
Let's
I gotta plug...
start that sentence again.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
I would like to plug my homie, DJ Bob the Builder, who is one of my homies.
Yes.
But they recently, like, they got into DJing within the last, 2-3 years, and they're really working hard and, streaming all the time, putting out awesome mixes, trying to put out free events. Like, we'll DJ at, beaches and stuff and just try to, bring everyone together through dance. Artists... I haven't really worked with a lot of artists in the past couple of years just because I've been doing so many DJ events. But some of my favorite artists that I love and adore and I think need more hype are definitely the Bungalows. They're like my favorite band to mix.
Ooh, I've never heard of them.
They always play with someone, so it's like Mikey Jose and the Bungalows.
Oh, okay.
Or like so-and-so and the Bungalows.
Yes.
And they're
like the Free Nationals kind of.
Yeah, they're just the most talented gentlemen in the entire world, and some of them I knew from jazz school, and so they're all they have a background in jazz, and so I do a lot of jazz banter with them, and I think they need more recognition because they're often playing for artists, and they're but they're their own thing.
Yes,
and they're just so nice. They're my favorite artists to work with. Every time I'm there to mix them, they're like, oh my god, I'm like, yay!
Aww.
So shout out them. I will shamelessly plug them always.
Fave indoor climbing spot.
Oh, the Hive in North Van because it's big and nice and has a nice training facility.
Hey. One word to describe Vancouver's music community.
Lush. It is lush. It is a lush community.
One thing you're shedding from 2025 Year of the Snake. Hey, Twiggy, come. Twiggy,
dude,
come here.
Wait, come here.
Dude,
come
sit.
Come on. Come here. I'm going to use my dog voice.
We've got 2 more here.
Come here. One thing that... Yeah. Sorry, say that again. I got distracted.
One thing you're shedding from 2025 Year of the Snake.
Year of the Snake. Not writing down deadlines.
The pace you want to move in 2026 Year of the Horse.
As fast as I can. No slowing down. I have places to be, things to do. I'm not slowing down. I need jetpacks on my back, and we're going to zoom into 2026. I need to do more things. I want to grind more. I want to burn out faster. I want to burn bright. I'm not slowing down.
Oh my gosh. This has been a fun conversation.
Yeah.
I appreciate you taking time out of your day
Thank you.
to sit down, to reflect on your learnings, your journey as not just a sound engineer, but also as an event coordinator. It's also been dope to work with you on a team as well.
Yeah,
like
dream team right here.
We did a lot this summer and like had to really like lock in, and you know, it's a joy. It's a pleasure to be part of community with you.
Yeah, me too.
So shout out to everybody who's watched the live stream, who's tuned in for the replay afterwards. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
If you are a creative in Van City and you want to share your story, a QR code is going to come up on the edit. You could scan that and apply on the form, and maybe you'll be here with me answering all my fun questions. And shout outs once again to TELUS STORYHIVE for powering today's episode. Y'all have been watching STORYHIVE on location in Vancouver with Kazi, with Kai on Beats, Eats, and more.